I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin Raw podcast, where Daddy Ass's house is not just something you heard them say live on TV this week, but it's also probably its own website. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, from Young Kings Wrestling. You know them, you love them. It's actually the full crew, I guess. No longer 2/3 of Young Kings Wrestling.
No, it's still 2/3, bro.
Okay,
it's always going to be 2/3,
depending on who you ask.
Unless we add somebody else, and it's going to be 3/4. It's always he's still going to be there.
Okay. First and foremost, you heard him speaking, Mr. TC Fontaine, the thespian TC. What's going on, TC?
What's going on, Matt?
How's it going? And because he only has one name on this show, and he is also the host of the Havoc Hour, it is Dr. Reek Baker, BBC. However, for today and today only, because I didn't get it on Young Kings Wrestling, I will be referring to you as Mr. Fredo Yates for the entirety of the show.
Oh, man. Oh, we got to let that go. We got to let that go.
I can let it go after this week, but I got to get it, and I didn't get it, so I got to get it. We'll talk about it later.
Man.
But that is not all, ladies and gentlemen. From the Public Enemies podcast, aka the Spark Foundation, aka Black DX, aka the Authors of Paid in Full, aka the Undisputed Air Force Ones, aka the Hyconics. Graham, what's going on, man?
I put the P in PE3. What's happening? Salute to y'all for throwing the invite our way. You know what I'm saying? Sending the kite right over to the guys, you feel me? So we could come and holler at y'all one time. I appreciate that. You feel me? Y'all show love. You feel me? And I fuck with y'all too. So it's all good. It's good to finally be here. You feel me? It's a long
making
time
your Pornhub
coming,
debut.
Oh, you know what? How do you know that I haven't already been on Pornhub?
I just assume.
Okay. Cool.
I have
in this capacity.
As the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, I have browsed just about everything you can find on there, and I have not seen you yet, as far as I know. At least not your face. So so before we get into what?
My bad. Nah, it's cool. We've been trying to get this collab together for a minute, so you know.
Well, yeah, no, that was
Matt was the buffer.
Because I have somehow the magic touch when it comes to getting guests on my show, and then I like to hook my friends up. So if I can get everyone together and make it happen, I try and do that. TC will be right back. But while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we have two things to plug before we get into the show. First and foremost, you see it on Reek's chest, even though he's got 90s television blur going on there. It is those Black Lives Matter t-shirts. You can get them at ykwrestling.com, and all of the proceeds from those shirts go to good cause. CTC, who will be coming back, puts them all into a fund, and then all of that money is donated to causes under the Black Lives Matter stratosphere, whether it's people who are affected by police brutality, who have lost a loved one, racial injustice, as well as what are some other things that you donate to TC? Because I know you've broadened the spectrum.
I just donate to black people. Like, if somebody needs assistance for something, we giving the money out. You know, it's not just because, you know, I don't want to just make it a thing about donating when somebody gets killed. Like, I don't want people to get killed no more, but I still want to help the community. So like, we're gonna help the community out in any way. Like, I see kids out here, they, you know, hustling for they AAU teams or fundraising to, you know, play their sports. And I know, like, kids from the hood, they not making it to these leagues like they used to back in the day. Like, if you don't got money, you not gonna play professionally. So we want to give them opportunity to do things. Like, that's pretty much it, bro. Like, go buy one of them shirts because the fund is low. it's low, so we need to replenish it because we need to be able to, send that. Or y'all can just donate the money to those causes too. Like, you're not gonna get a cool ass T-shirt, but it's still gonna go and help somebody else.
And that's the point. If you want a cool ass T-shirt and you want that money to go somewhere where it's being taken care of, no way, shape, or form associated with the Black Lives Matter organization, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Go buy those shirts. Also, we have pro wrestling, pro choice T-shirts. Jizzy from the Deadass Girls designed them for us. They're available on our Teespring, and all of that money goes to the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. So you can go get yourself. I've actually got it right here. Throw that up.
Clean.
Dope ass shirt.
Fire.
Nice little design. Sure. Again, cool shirt. Good money. Because here on the Smackin' Raw podcast, we believe that both Black Lives Matter and women have the right to choose. So we support that. Now that we got that stuff out of the way, everybody's talked about it. We do this podcast on Friday. Shit happened on Sunday. We all know the media scrum happened. There was a brawl backstage. In my personal opinion, the Elite were full of shit. Talking about we went in there nicely and Phil's old ass got up and threw a punch and then they threw a chair and then Kenny's like, well, I was just trying to save a dog. I wasn't even in there for a fight. Like I went to go pick up the dog and move him and then all of a sudden I was getting my hair pulled and bit. No, fuck that. Kenny's full of shit.
No, do he seem like the type of dude to try to fight somebody?
Yes.
No,
he don't.
No.
Kenny ain't never been about that life ever.
Kenny seems like the type of dude who would go with his friends to a fight and then look for something like a dog to get out of the fight. And
that's exactly what happened.
But he made it sound like he just went in there. Oh, I saw the dog and I was worried about the dog. Like, yeah, he was full of shit, in my opinion. But thoughts on Phil? Thoughts on?
I think the Elite went over to Phil's locker room door and knocked like those beautiful, elderly, wonderful women, Jehovah's Witnesses on Friday. They were just coming to share a word with that man. They was just coming to see if he wanted to have like a little prayer circle, a little Bible study, you know what I'm saying? A little, just pray over his newly, his suffered injury. You feel me? They just wanted to share the word of God with the man. You feel me? And he decided that he wanted to share a couple, elbows, He wanted to throw some fists. They wanted to throw some. They tried to have like another like what's the Royal Rampage. That's what they tried to do. They tried to do a Royal Rampage. You feel me? Like what they
listen, I'm not gonna sit here. I know I may be the only one. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say as a Chicago boy, I'm not a CM Punk fan. I absolutely am. It is what it is. It is what it is. However, I will say that this man is an old ass man, and especially after having that match, I don't see him getting up and moving quick enough to throw a punch to catch someone off guard.
Me either.
From where he was sitting in the locker room to a door. There is no way they came in calmly and got caught off guard.
And they said this dude, they said they was knocking on the door like, and he was hiding from. They tried to insinuate like he was hiding from. Mm-hmm. No, did you see this man at the post? This dude hopefully was in there taking a shower, and that's why he didn't answer when y'all was out there banging on the door. But yeah, it's all cap. I'm out here. I actually believe CM Punk. Everybody's in the wrong here, but if I had to side with anybody,
I agree. I think they pulled up on him. I think they tried to give him exactly what he asked for.
When he said, did invite him.
I'll walk up and down this hallway right now and tell you if anybody got a problem with me, take it up with me. Let's fucking go. All that shit. He's been on that. You feel me?
Verbatim.
Now look. It said today that there's a third party that they've been asking about what happened. One of them people was MJF. So now I just put the pieces together because MJF was right in the middle of that talking about, yo, you just said you're gonna walk up and down here. If somebody got a problem, you're gonna pop off. They ain't here right now saying they got a problem. You're not popping off like that. That's what he do. So he was just gassing this man up. He probably got up like, yo, I've been in the UFC. I'll fight somebody right now. And through the weakest swing I ever seen, Ace Steel got rabies and started biting niggas. Like it just popped off like that.
Well, speaking of things popping off and possible rabies, we also heard that Aleister Black asked for his release and was granted his conditional release. Now it sounds like that means he can't wrestle anywhere else for 6 months. And then once that 6 months is over, he's good to go unless he decides he wants to come back to AEW. Graham, I got a question for you because I can't say it, but you have a name for the House of Black. What do you think is going to happen to them?
Oh, you talking about the house niggas. You talking about the house niggas. So if Aleister Black does decide to return to AEW, then in which case they will still be the house niggas. But if he decides that he wants to go elsewhere after this conditional release has expired or whatever, you feel me? They will now be the field niggas.
Oh, damn.
No, but
I'm not still that.
Honestly, though, I will say this though. Salute to Aleister Black. Salute to Malachi. You feel me? I want to wish him well. You feel me? Whatever is going on with him mentally, I think first and foremost, that's what's important over everything else. You know what I'm saying? I do think that if he does, in his absence or whatever, you feel me? I think Brody King probably going to step up as the leader of the House of Black. You feel me? And I think that would be a good choice. I think they could still run the group with him and Buddy Matthews and Julia Hart. Just give her a bigger role or something like that. But then it kind of gives off that Judgment Day dynamic still. But whatever.
Yeah, more than likely they're just going to combine them in the Dark Order and put everybody in masks.
See, why you gonna put that out there, man?
Listen,
they have a middle
of that entire group.
Right,
Malachi's my guy. So wherever he ends up, I'm good, but once he's gone, I don't really care what happens to everyone else. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I personally would love to see him come back and see Triple H maybe do some cool shit with him, let him hold an IC title. Never know. Maybe even higher up the card. I would love to see that. I loved Aleister in NXT. That's where I fell in love with him. So the man that made me fall in love with the character and produced the character that I ended up falling in love with that I followed over to AEW, I would like to, give him, like, we saw what he's doing with Dexter Lumis. We saw what happened when he stepped away and what they did with Dexter Lumis and what we have seen with Dexter Lumis now. So I have high hopes. That is what I want the most. It is what it is.
I don't really
but
care for nobody in there.
My bad, go ahead.
I don't really care for nobody in there other than Buddy, even though he can't fight, and that matters.
He can't fight.
But yeah.
He can't fight.
Yeah, that's about all I really care about outside of Malachi. So I mean, it is what it is. Like he said, you don't really want to get into the whole where's he going next. It's like let him in be and have his time.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a baddie at home he can focus on right now. So.
When are you gonna take some of that? I was gonna say, when are you gonna take some of that money from them Black Lives Matter t-shirts and help him get good internet?
Hey, that might be where it go next, man. We're gonna get him a new camera, all that whole new setup. We just gonna run him out of the studio, man.
Hook my man's up, get him the whole package. You know what I'm talking about?
Also, we learned apparently over the weekend, Triple H ate some pussy, got himself a raise, got a new promotion from Steph. Went in there and did what he had to do and got elevated up the card. So good for him. He's now what?
That's his boss. Y'all be forgetting.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Chief content officer.
Yep.
Don't know what that entails, but former president of the Raiders apparently is taking his old position that he was only in for a month. And we got real executives out here running things and not getting in fights with people.
Facts.
The fact that they were executives and pulled up on that man, that's already a bad look.
Mm-hmm.
He called out executives, so they like, oh, word? That's how you feel? Got you.
But they can't do that. They have to find a better way to, you know what I'm saying? Have that conversation.
But see, here's my thing. Like, we heard that Cody, and I talked to Reek about this. We heard that Cody had beef with them before they left, and they all kind of lost their creative roles due to the beef with Cody. So when everyone's like, Punk is the toxic one. I'm like, it's not like these are the first people that the Elite have had issues with, even within that company.
Right.
Let alone, again, bad on both sides. both sides are wrong. But
there's fine people on both sides. There's fine people.
I'm a ride with Punk. We also found out.
Y'all seen what Brandy tweeted?
Mhm.
Y'all seen what Brandy tweeted?
I saw that too.
I did.
And I'm
I said,
pretty
where,
sure that wasn't.
where are
about
you at
Punk.
when we need you now? Mm-hmm. That open mic night closed.
Hey,
It might make it. She was in the PC. It might be coming back. Pat McAfee taking a hiatus. Apparently, he wanted to do both, and they're like, "Nah, go do game day. Go do your thing."
No, we don't want you to get tired. Go there and do football. You can come back in December.
We got Corey Graves covering this week. We getting who do you think we're getting
Trash.
permanently with Michael Cole?
Give me Nigel.
You're getting what you got.
Right.
It's here.
That's so bro, that's so trash. I'm so sick and tired of Corey and his slick talking ass and not getting beat the fuck up for talking shit. Like, just give me Nigel, bro. What NXT UK done?
Bro.
He don't got nothing
Hey,
to do
Nigel was busy morning this week, man. He couldn't show up.
They had that conversation with Pat McAfee. Corey Graves walked smooth in that office and cut the same promo John Moxley cut on Dynamite. I want the ball. I want to be the ace of this company. Give me the seat right next to Mike. Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh,
Anyways, Corey, you got the job.
I'm hoping for Renee to come back. That if it's not Nigel, I'd like Renee back.
I will take
How we
that.
don't like Corey, but y'all want Renee? How that work?
What do you mean?
Listen,
I like having
a
a female commentator. I take Beth
Okay.
too.
What Beth
I don't like
Phoenix
Corey
doing?
on Raw.
Yeah, we can do Beth too.
That's fine.
She may have to
Listen,
handle
the
Rhea.
day was-
The more, I'm about to say that's gonna come first because they got phase to run. She out here
Priorities.
posting Jason pics like she really ready to plot murder out here. But I would take the moral of the story is I'm taking everything over Corey. I don't like hearing him on Raw, let alone on SmackDown.
Last but not least, what?
That's who I want.
What JBL?
Bring back the wrestling god.
Mm-hmm.
He's already coming back. He's doing the thing with Baron Corbin.
That might be the one thing might be the one thing to get me on the Baron Corbin train. I could rock with that.
Booker T. Cool. I need Booker T. Booker T. Michael Cole.
Weren't you shitting on Booker T's commentary on your show this week?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't remember that. I honestly
what do you say? Booker T hit him with that good thrust kick. Booker T coming in with clothesline. Booker T.
Yo.
I could be wrong. I listen to a lot of shows, but I swear I heard you saying some stuff about not wanting Booker T on commentary.
No, we never talked about Booker T.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't
know. Every time I
last
talk
but not
about Booker
least-
T, I talk about my hair, man. That's it.
Oh yeah, I got a rivalry going.
Facts.
Last but not least, just for all of you people who were here for the Pornhub side of things, Maki Ito, or as I call her on the show, Make Me Eat a Hoe, opened up her OnlyFans. So if you want to go check that out, you can do that. It is available. Do your thing. Also, found out today that Ryan Satin's girlfriend, that he's always parading around on Twitter, has an OnlyFans. So you can go check that out too.
Oh,
that exists.
Hey,
and I
real
know
quick,
Ryan can't fight.
Hold on. Now that y'all brought that up, y'all remember this one time Ryan Satin said he was in the store with his girl and noticed the Bella Danger and then pointed her out to his girl?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody flamed him?
No. Mm-hmm. Didn't he send his girl over to try to get her to take a
picture? That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, he got me blocked because I called him a fucking bum and a dork and a weirdo for doing that shit.
Yeah, that was hella weird.
So I will say this, since he has me blocked, his girlfriend, she got some big ass titties. You feel me? So if y'all want to throw her a nice little sub, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do so. And then send me your password so I can check it out.
All right. Well, let's get into what we are here for, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to, if you're new here and you don't know what we do on the Smackin' Raw podcast, let me break it down for you. We spit and swallow the week in wrestling. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go around the room. I'll start with Reek and work my way back to me. And I'll say, Reek, spit or swallow. And he'll either tell us something that he's swallowing, which means something he liked from the week, or something he's spitting, which may or may not lead to a rant, knowing Reek, and we'll discuss what's been going on in the week of wrestling from what we watched. Yeah. See, we have to figure out a way for you to get Sovereign Soundboard to join you, so we have that.
Oh man,
we gotta figure that out.
Sabi makes everything better.
Yeah, I don't think they let that. I don't think they got that on here.
We'll have to work that out. But
we're gonna figure it out.
Spit or swallow.
All right.
I told him he couldn't come anyway.
So
that's all good.
Nah, that's cool. So I'm starting right off the bat on Raw. Edge, Swallow. It's a Swallow. Edge doing a better job at fathering Dominic Mysterio than his own father is. That's a swallow right off the bat. My guy, listen, I was raised with you grown enough man to act up and another grown man face you growing up to deal with the consequences. That's exactly what my man came out there and said. Ray out here talking about this, oh please, it's my son. I know he made a mistake, but it's my son, it's my mijo. Please don't do this. Like, bro. You've been lacking on your father's skills for 2 years running. We done gave you an award for how bad your parents' skills are.
25.
Now you got your boy out here that you go way back with, got him getting embarrassed across the pond because you can't control your child and he acting up. And I got something for Dom too later on Spits, but yeah, Edge handling that business. He telling listen, I don't want to hear nothing. Just bring your ass out here and take this whooping.
See, Rick, we can handle all that now. We'll handle all the Ray Dom stuff because I'm with you. I'm swallowing Edge, wanting to spank Sub Mysterio like his father should have for acting up. Rhea taking Dom's virginity and now owning him, telling him he's not allowed to talk unless she says so. That was nice. I like that. And all that. But I'm spitting the fact that Ray challenged any member of what I like to call the Sexecutioners to a fight, but they didn't let Rhea go out there and fight this man. Because that's what I wanted to see. And Rhea said she's down to fight any one of them. Like, she'll fight Ray. She'll fight whoever. Give me Rhea versus Ray. That's what I was excited for, and I didn't get it. So I'm spitting that.
That's a fact.
You know what? Now that we on the subject, let me just spit Rey Mysterio's parenting for another time. I don't know how many times I've had to just go on a rant about this dude as a parent. You are one of the worst fathers in wrestling history. And Vince McMahon was a father in wrestling history, and you might be worse than that man. Like, off rip, your son not even your son for real. So like that's a major point against you. And the fact that your son was out there and you didn't whoop this boy's ass like you should have, like Rick said, like you should have a long time ago.
That part. Back,
like, and this man was getting involved in your matches versus Eddie Guerrero. Like, you should have staged your little funny looking ass over that barrier. And now you in the wrong too. How many years later? It's almost 20 years later, bro. Come on now. So I'm gonna spit this man's parenting. One, the fact that your son decided to join the Judgment Day, and then you just gave up on him too easily. You fought for 2 minutes, bro, and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gone." And then your priorities is fucked up because you only came back because Edge was getting his ass beat. So like, you're not a real man's for real. Come on, man. Edge, like Reek said, Edge was a better parent during that 5-minute promo than you were. Because he said, I'm gonna whoop his ass like you should have. And he said, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He said, you know what, I'm gonna just lay it to you straight. I'm gonna whoop your ass down. And told him to come out.
I don't know why, but these Australians literally and figuratively have the Mysterios in a chokehold. You got Buddy with Aaliyah. You got Dom with Rhea. Like, I don't know what the Mysterio Australian fetish is going on over there, but I need answers.
Which doubles down on the bad parenting, because it's like, you let this happen with your daughter. That was worse.
He target.
And then
that's what I'm saying,
like, Buddy.
I was just thinking about a swap. I don't know. That's crazy.
Dang.
All right, TC, spit or swallow.
Yeah, let me jump back to the CM Punk thing. I'm gonna swallow the fact that I've been right about this man for the last 13 months. I'm gonna just leave it right there. I've been right. So swallow the fact that I have been right about this man for the last 13 months. I've been right about this company for all year.
What have you been saying about the company?
Oh man, where do I start? Reed?
Oh, almost exclusively white.
Big Swole. That's the main thing. Because when that happened, I've the first time I watched Dynamite all year was this week. Because that Big Swole stuff happened on New Year's. And I said, you know what? I can't rock with this shit. So I refuse to.
Yeah. Big Swole and her frustrations were largely due to the lack of structure. The diversity thing was part of it, definitely. But the structure and the lack thereof was a big thing that she was trying to get across. Now, a lot of people were stuck on the fact that it was because you're black, you think you should be. No.
She ain't say none of that.
The dominoes have been falling. Like the proof is now in the pudding. Like we can tell, like the structure is off. They're a young company. Everything is not going to be perfect. They've been put on this pedestal as if they're supposed to be perfect. Now, when we see the cracks, it's like, oh shit.
It's a work. It's a work.
It's gotta be a work. Or they gotta turn it into a work or something. They gotta save it. Yeah, they do.
See, should I save this rant for my show or should I just let it go now?
Well, seeing as we lost Reek, and I don't know if he's coming back because his devices are. I don't know what the fuck he did. Go ahead.
All right, man. See, y'all claim to know wrestling and love wrestling, and the fact that it's not until you really understand and be around the wrestling business that you be okay. This is how this work. A work. In this instance, it benefits nobody because a work has to benefit somebody. What's the benefit of bringing up Colt Cabana out the blue if it's a work? There's no benefit. That should let you know it was a real ass rant that happened. And this is real shit that's going on. The titles are vacated. When do they ever? Vacant made his debut in AEW and won 2 championships. He won 2 championships. Same night. Vacant 2 belts. To the Bucks 4 on Reek. 4.
Let me talk about
you get where I come from. Where's the benefit in this being a work? This don't benefit nobody. It's just, and even if it was a work, like showing how disorganized your organization is, how does that benefit you?
So, a couple things on that. One, reports have come out, if you believe reports, that this has been planned at least by CM Punk for a couple weeks now. This was not an off-the-cuff thing. And even when you hear him talking to Nick Houseman, he says that Nick blew up his spot by saying he's not friends with Colt Cabana.
Bam.
I do know for a fact that Nick had ties to Colt Cabana. Nick interviewed Hangman Adam Page and asked Adam Page directly about some shit about CM Punk and the things he said and Colt Cabana. I do know that that fan that CM Punk flipped out on live TV was chanting Colt Cabana at him while he was cutting his promo, and that the EVPs have said some backhanded comments about the Colt Cabana situation in tweets and other things. I think this has all been building, and this man finally just said fuck it and was ready to go off.
Because he's never said anything publicly since that whole thing happened. And I'll add to the Nick Houseman thing. Nick Houseman actually covered the entire court case between the two of them. So he was up there at the trial every day. Like, oh, can I get an interview with? Oh, can I talk to? Oh, can I get a second? Oh, can I? Do you want to comment? Oh, bitch, that nigga Punk seen that nigga was like, oh, that's you? This your partner? All right, bet. I'm finna pack all y'all up right now. Meltzer, Brian, I'm not happy with you either. You in the Pittsburgh Penguin shirt. The fuck are you doing? But honestly, but no, you're right, TC. You're right. What does this benefit? If this whole thing is a work, like how does this? Like, how do you come out ahead looking good as a company and as a TV product? You feel me? Like, how do I don't understand. I don't understand what they think that is. Yeah, you feel me? And then also, like, I'm wondering what's Tony Khan's relationship like with the Bucks these days? Because if he allowed CM Punk to go off like that, like, who do you talk like that in front of?
Y'all ever seen Toy Story? I know y'all seen Toy Story.
Of course.
This whole thing going on is the plot of Toy Story. He got a new toy that he liked to play with more, and he neglecting his old toys, and now the old toys is jealous, and they're gonna try to kill the other toy so they can get their spot back. That's literally the plot of Toy Story.
Fair enough.
Man.
There is no structure back there. And I know Mr. Warren Hayes has a theory that Tony Khan plays up being a bigger mark than he actually is, because with him being in charge of football clubs and stuff, he deals with people that have to have as big of egos and shit as wrestlers with this kind of money and all of that. And I don't know.
He can't deal with them either.
Nope.
You see him get into an argument with one of his players like 3 years ago.
Somebody blocked
one of the Jags players.
He doesn't run this like they run the Jaguars. He don't run this like Fulham FC. He doesn't have a general manager, a head coach. He doesn't have these people in place to actually work this company and be those, you know what I'm saying, that chain of command. He doesn't have that. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. He wants to have his hands in all of this shit. This is his baby. This is his project. Pops gave him the money and said, hey, this money ain't gonna be here forever. Y'all need to go spend some of this. We can't take it with us. I for sure can't take it with me. And you know I got the big bucks. So why don't y'all just get out there and start doing some shit? So he's just out here doing some shit.
All right. Graham, spit or swallow.
I'll tell you what I liked and what I disliked. So with that, I'll tell you that I liked
the same way. First time I popped up on here,
I liked the tag match that they did at All Out. That was actually probably my favorite match of the weekend. Swerve and Lee against the Acclaimed. I wasn't, and the reason why is because I wasn't necessarily expecting that match to be as dope as it was and have the crowd in the palm of their hands like it did. You feel me? Like, I thought that was just like, okay, cool. They just throwing this match on there. People like the Acclaim. They're trying to put a little bit more stock into them or whatever. You feel me? And then that's funny. Only if you strip. That's crazy. I'm up out of here. But yeah, so he said, but the fact that they went out there, and I said this on P3, I was like, they played up everything for that all of the dynamics that they had. They played up the fact that Anthony Bones is injury prone. They played up the fact that you feel me, Keith Lee and Swerve sometimes have miscommunication with them knocking each other loose real quick. You feel me? And then also they let Max Caster get his bars off, not just on the mic but in the ring. Like, this man did a fireman's carry and picked up my man's Keith Lee and tossed the boy. Like, I was like, I didn't even know he could do that. So I thought that was fire. So I enjoyed it.
Like 400 pounds.
They got you.
I also like how they rolled it into Dynamite, because you had the Acclaimed have their match, do their thing. Swerve comes out after the match. He's on the stage. He is actually getting booed, and the Acclaimed are getting cheered because the Acclaimed are getting a rematch that we talked about the media scrum. They were like, why would we give them a rematch? We beat them. Like, because somebody said, do you wish you had called an audible? Like, to the champions, when they're sitting there, like, do you wish you had called an audible in the match and put the belts on the Acclaimed? And I would have been like, fuck you too. What do you mean? Like, why are you being disrespectful to me right here in my face like that? But I said at the beginning of the show, Billy Gunn is like, this isn't your house anymore. This is Daddy Ass's house now. So all this going into their rematch, yep, I'm with it. Welcome back, Lee.
What's up?
We let TC go on a little rant while you figured out your dial-up internet.
Yeah, I just restarted this drink. I don't know, man.
Welcome back.
You look better and you sound better, so that's a plus.
You do. That's true. Uh-oh.
That's cool. Oh my god.
Oh, we unfriended again. Oh man.
I'm gonna swallow Nikki and Dewdrop in this behind the scenes saga shit that they have going on, because for whatever reason, whether it was the car accident, them losing matches and fighting this past week on Raw after they lost their match, Nikki took her mask off and threw it at Dewdrop. They are all like, they have a whole storyline going on, but it's always like behind an interview or some shit, where if you're paying attention, you see it, but if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss it. And I kind of like that. I think it's cool. It's something different. So
I've missed all of that. I ain't seen none of that shit. Like, what? That's what they've been doing.
I peeped, and it's only because I was looking at the screen at the time, or like, because I didn't know nothing about the car accident. I thought that had something to do with Dexter Loomis, honestly.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I seen the car accident. Yeah, and all that. But wait.
So they were there checking out the car accident, and then like the next week there was an interview and they were in the background going over some stuff and just like talking. Like I said, on Monday Night Raw, after they lost their match, Nikki was fed up. She was yelling at Doudrop. She took her mask off and threw it at her. They've been doing all this stuff, but it's always like behind an interview that's going on for some reason in the background.
But it don't carry over into NXT, which is strange.
Well, they did win their match on NXT, so that was interesting. And Nikki came out with her mask on, so yeah, I'm with you on that. That
Ken telling me I didn't pay attention. I seen a digital exclusive of them where Nikki was talking to her cape, saying, "I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. I don't want to do it, but I gotta let you go." And then Doudrop comes in and she drops it like, "Oh, I wasn't doing nothing." You feel me? So I'm like, this doesn't necessarily connect with that. So that's why I was confused.
They in an abusive relationship, and Doudrop want Nikki to strip her identity of everything that made her become her. Doudrop behind the scenes is Ike Turner.
That's hilarious. Eat the cake, Nikki Ash.
Are you going to add him, Vince? Because you yelled at me last time I did it. You got all mad in the comments talking about I'm the producer, Matthew. First off, don't ever call me Matthew. Ever.
Wow.
Reek, now that you're back, before we lose you again, real quick, spit or swallow.
Before we lose you
again. I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but I'm spitting this lack of context we getting about Dexter and his stalking of the Miz. Like I was cool. Listen,
Miz don't want to talk about it, bro. It's a traumatic experience. You don't got to talk about it.
Listen, that we did that with Austin Theory in NXT. It's like, listen, if something happened to him, that's his issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it is what it is. But it's like, we know Dexter don't talk. He just do what he do. He got that little like walk around, just pull up on somebody, catch you up, like that little sit up there. You grab him with the black gloves on with the chloroform and pull him off to the side, and it happened. Whatever. But like, he do this thing where he'll draw out a picture or something like that. He'll just do some little charade shit for you to figure out what it is he got going on, like he did with Patrick back in the day. But that's a different story. But it's like, just give me something, bro. Like, give me a little idea of what was going on here. Like, don't just sit up here and tell me you just stalking this man for no reason. You know, like inside the ring, outside, and wherever. Like, I need a little bit of context or something.
Give it
choking him out
time, sir. I mean, we literally just got to the point where this man got in. Yeah, let it play out. You heard your co-host. We literally just got to the point where this man got in the arena and did some shit without being tackled by security and arrested by police and shit, which is a huge swallow for me. Him sliding out from under the ring, scaring the Miz back up the cage into the ring, then giving him that killer cuddle after he lost to Bobby Lashley. That
and
whole
then carried him back to the gorilla afterwards. Y'all see that?
I'm good with it. It's just like, it's been what, 3.5 weeks that we've been doing this. Like, come on, bro. Like, just give a hint, give something.
It's a little more every time.
Like, I don't need the finish line. I just need like something.
Hey, Reek, you know, you turned into one of you niggas. That's what you sound like right now.
Oh man.
And you know, I had to be straight up with you. And I would like you to say the same to me if I get to acting like that. That's how you acting right now.
That's bad.
Now, if they still doing the same shit at the end of October, then yeah, I feel you. But like, it's only been a month, not even a month, if I could say that. And it's progressing. Is it more and more?
Saying Reek doesn't believe in foreplay.
Whoa. Vince, don't. You are not the person to have this conversation with me, sir.
I actually have confirmation that Vince does believe in foreplay and likes to watch porn with people that look like me in it. So we have all that confirmation from his missus. TC, spit or swallow.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You were here for that. You were here. On
I was
show.
But
yes.
I compartmentalized it all the way back here and forgot about it.
Vince likes to watch porn.
That was
dudes
true.
that look like me, Action Bronson, who was apparently my doppelganger. I've now accepted it. I got a little mad when Benji said that shit, and I thought he was talking about like old Action Bronson when he was still. But now that he's lost weight, I posted in the group. Action Bronson looks like Bray Wyatt and I had a love child. It is what it is. I've accepted it.
Yeah, that makes sense. But now I remember that. I was very confused and lost about that. But you know, I stopped asking questions around here because yeah, we're on Pornhub, so it is what it is.
TC, spit or swallow.
Okay. I know there's a lot to read. I'm gonna just go ahead with what I'm doing. Where we going with? I'm gonna swallow the return of Maxwell Jacob Friedman and his ensuing promo, because I was worried because he was just leaning real hard into the baby faceness and the going for the cheap pops and all that. And then he said, you know, fuck Buffalo and fuck Josh Allen. I agree. Fuck Buffalo and fuck Josh Allen. So I love it.
He fucked you up in fantasy this week?
Nah, I'm a Pats fan. He Bills.
He didn't give me what I needed.
Who did really?
Motherfucker cost me $600. Like I got nothing for Josh Allen right now.
I feel you.
I think the Bills gonna win it all though, but that's neither here nor there.
I was kind of feeling the MJF good guy promo at first, and then when Mox came out, everything switched and everything turned. I'm like, all right.
No,
when
Mox
he said,
ruined the whole vibe, man.
Listen, when this man said, "I'm better than Moses," I lost my shit.
Oh.
That was my favorite part of his entire promo. Was there was another Jewish guy who came out and blah blah blah, and I'm better than Moses. That was good shit. Also putting over WWE, saying he's going to win the AEW title and take it over there, shouting out Triple H and everyone else. I enjoyed the shit out of that promo. And,
I got a question about that, about the MJF thing. Do y'all think they rolled back the MJF Stokely thing for a second because of the whole thing? Because I'm like, why did they go back to MJF if they added this new wrinkle on Sunday? Yeah. Why did they revert back to standard MJF?
I don't know.
The way I see it is MJF just literally went out and recast the Pinnacle. He's like, all right, so I need a big dude. Yeah. I got Morrissey. I need a tag team. I got the Ass Boys. I need Sean Spears. I'll grab you, but you're not good enough, so I'm going to add Lee Moriarty too. 2 for 1 here. Well, Sean Spears is sitting at home with his chair in his hand. Like, that's all he did. And then
see that's my problem right there though, because it's like you had Pinnacle, and I was down with Pinnacle because I was so sick and tired of freaking whatchamacallit it, the shit with Jericho from before. Inner Circle. I was so sick and tired of that. So I was like, okay, you got guys, younger guys here in this group, and didn't really need FTR, but whatever. It worked. But then that just, without warning or without nothing, we just stopped showing up to work at the Pinnacle. So like that just fell to shit. Well, why are we gonna have another? And I said this way back when. I'm like, once MJF is done with the group, he needs to go be him, because this was around the time he was trying to box for the title. Let him be on his own, have a world title, let him have a run. Don't put him with no more groups. So this shit, I don't need it. I really don't. Like I was happy that they reverted back to just regular MJF because I want it.
Jericho recasted the Inner Circle and turned him into the Jericho Appreciation Society. MJF recasting the Pinnacle into whatever this is. If that's the case, you feel me? That was a good point. Maybe MJF paid him off. But, I mean, like, that's what they got. They just rehashing shit, remixing shit. Like,
it's terrible.
All right, bro. Y'all got it, bro.
That's terrible.
Graham, spit or swallow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so didn't like the Moxley promo.
Okay.
Didn't like the Moxley promo. I seen a bunch of people talking about, oh, this shit was amazing. This is why Mox is Mox. And I'm like, bro, I was not moved. I was not moved. I'm like, yo, like, I get it. Like, yeah, but I just don't think he's that guy. Like, he's dope. He's a good 1B. He's a good 1B. You feel me? But he's not the guy.
I prefer he's the third best member of every group he's in. I agree with that.
There you go. All right, cool. Take it there. You feel me? I was trying to be nice about it. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say this. Ever since all this stuff kicked off with CM Punk and the promos that he's cut, even the promo this week, this is the most I've gave a shit about Mox since Mox has been in AEW. So I will at least give him that. I wasn't really moved. I'm not behind Mox. I don't want to see Mox win this tournament. However, this is the most I've been invested with him since he's shown up, because to me, he's always felt like this guy who just wanted to show up and go do what I like to call gangbang porn over in GCW, but get a big paycheck. So,
well, that's why I swallowed this the MJF the Mox promo, not because it like I don't do the whole hyperbole thing where it was this, it was that, and the third, like they was doing on commentary, just hyping us up. Like, we not in church, it's not a sermon.
I mean, commentary is supposed to do that, not the fans though. Y'all be tripping.
No, but it's like Taz was in. Oh man, this is amazing. This is great stuff. Like, calm down, bro. Like, my thing was, you could see the chip on Mox's shoulder after they've been getting on his ass for the last week about the whole third best member of every group shit. Like, his whole thing was, look, I'm not about to be that. Not here. Not where I'm allowed to be me and do my own thing. So this was his his statement. So I appreciated that aspect of it. So for that, I'm like, okay, I can rock with this promo. MJF did what he do, and I said, like, it was a good promo, but I've seen better from him at the end of the day. But nah, like this was something that he needed to do in this moment, because we not.
So
I cared much for Mox.
You telling me
when
that
he got over there
that it was a good idea for Tony Khan to go off in that scrum and say, "Oh, well, WWE doing this and now they doing that, and they affecting our pay-per-view numbers and da 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 da."
I'm not gonna take this fucking shit.
That he's doing all of that, sending shots, and then you're like, you know what, MJF? It's Wednesday. Fuck it. Just go out there and say all of this great stuff about this company that, like, I don't understand why they keep doing this shit. And then you get mad when they punch your ass in the jaw. Like, what is the point?
So Tony going off like that in that scrum, that was everything I wanted. Because y'all remember when I forget what it was that happened, like going into the weekend, and he posted that whole gif talking about, oh, this is the break we've been waiting for. I forget what it was that happened.
That was after Drew lost.
Right. So I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot prematurely like that, because you don't know what's getting ready to happen. Sure enough, we get to Sunday, and all of this shit jumps off, and now you mad. Like, nah, bro. But it's fine. It's fine, because I love to see it. I love to see it.
Me too.
There's an old saying about something along the lines of, what kind of a person is when they get hit, because you only have one or two reactions. When you get hit, you either get in the fight or you get out of the fight. Those are your only two options. And everyone talked about, AEW beat NXT, blah, 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 this and that. But what Tony Khan said was the first time he's ever really got into competition with WWE, where they put two shows on the same weekend that he did for the first time he's ever had to deal with it. He's like, I have ways of fighting if they continue to do this. He did not jump in the fight. He pulled back, and he's like, well, if you do it again, then I'll punch you. I'll fight you if you do it again. But this time, I'm gonna let it slide this time. But I'm not gonna keep putting up with this. I'm not gonna let you keep hitting me. And he is absolutely going to let them keep hitting him.
The fuck you gonna do? Call your dad? Like,
he's got money and he's got creative.
I have a whole lot more money than Jim Crockett. Yeah. I'm not gonna take this fucking shit.
Yo, daddy has money. Stop it.
Yo, daddy got some money.
Stop it, bro.
$8 billion.
All right. I am spitting Braun Strowman. Listen, I'm a Bray Wyatt fan. I know everyone's saying, hey, he's paving the way. I don't give a fuck. I don't need Bray Wyatt to come back with Eric Rowan. I don't need Bray Wyatt to come back with Braun Strowman. I just want Bray Wyatt back. That's it. Period. Done. Handled. This man talked all that shit about CYN being it's a big promotion and it didn't do shit, and then came back and he's like, I really missed you guys. Like, all that shit you talked about the fans, that whole thing you set up where you're like, come talk shit to us and we'll go in a closet and you can say shit about all that shit. Now you're like, I really missed you guys. And all that mean stuff I said about like indie wrestlers and how they're not real unless they can get to WWE. And then I went out there and I fucking failed. Like, I'm going to take that all back and I'm going to come back and I'm going to suck it up for a paycheck, which, yeah, no shit you are. Fuck Braun Strowman being back. Spit that motherfucker.
All right,
Mikhail was like, we got about 4.5 months. We're going to have to start selling some shit if you don't get a fucking job.
That's going to be my first point, because we're all logical in here. Who really thought that shit was going to go somewhere? Like, Realistically,
I mean, I gotta give him the points. Like, I'm gonna give him the points for trying because I can't, wrestling fans be like, it's good to have options, and then when there's options, they shit on it. When there's another option out there, I don't get that.
I never saw.
So I'm gonna give him points for trying.
All you did, the whole gimmick of this promotion was let's sign people that have controversy, control your narrative. Y'all niggas are controlling to keep your lights on right now. That's why everybody got to get going. But my thing is, look, I only go with Swallow for Braun because we got back to basics.
You like train noises and tripping?
No. We got back to basics with Braun.
Did you hear that crowd on Monday, man?
Exactly. Like we it's not like him being back with anybody or doing whatever. It's like he just come in, wreck shit, and leave. That's it. He just beat people the fuck up. That's what Braun got over it for in 2017 when he was the hottest thing in the company. He just showed up, beat the shit. That whole thing he had with Sammy. He kept beating the shit out of Sammy week in and week out because that's what he do. He a big motherfucker that just beat people the fuck up. And he beat up 8 people in a row. Through a commercial. How you beat somebody ass through a commercial break and come back and still whooping their ass? Like, that's what I mean. Like, we back to basics with it, so I'm good with this.
I don't give a fuck about Braun Strowman before he left. I don't give a fuck that he's back. I don't give a fuck about him while he was gone. I don't give a fuck about Braun Strowman. It is what it is.
I don't want to see no more train noises and like stupid smoke shit. Like that was the Braun I didn't care for. But if we just go back to just letting him do it, don't talk too much, don't get on the mic, just show up, beat some. Don't get me started on that bullshit. Don't take me there, bro. I don't want to go back and think about that no more. But
we should.
Triple H is smart enough to not do the train noises.
We trying to turn it up.
He's smart enough to not do the train noises, but he wasn't smart enough to pick a different spot for that return.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're building back up your tag team division and you just shit all over that shit. You could have brought a fucking 24/7 segment. We haven't even seen one of those since you've been running shit.
That's the first thing about his tenure is he could have put that. He could have. It could have been a bait and switch. He could have put the 24/7 segment out there, had Braun come and wreck shop. It would have been the same effect because nobody would have gave a fuck about that, and you could have just went on about your business and had a banging ass 8-man tag match. Warden is they Braun Strowman. It's the other way around. What are we talking about? You can't recreate him into something that's trying to be him.
I didn't agree with that. Yeah.
It's
TC spit or swallow.
24/7 shit.
All right, where are we going with this, man? Let me take a look at my handy dandy notes here. This one gonna be real quick, man. I'm not fucking with the performance center being turned into Hogwarts. Y'all doing too much. There's too many of them niggas. It's too many of them niggas being, thrown at me at one time. Like, first of all, you throwing too many UK niggas at me. All right, let's calm it down a little bit. It was like 7 of these niggas in the first segment on Tuesday. Like, calm down.
Oh shit!
That's fire, bro.
Damn.
We did kick off that show with Tyler Bate and Gallus and Braun Strowman, and then after the good guys got the win, Braun Breaker, sorry. And then after the good guys got the win, as Katie
Harry
says,
Potter's ass. That's what I got against Hogwarts. That shit sucks.
Damn.
As Katie says, Funko Pop head looking ass showed up and attacked Tyler Bate after the match.
What the hell? What are you doing, bro?
Oh, he muted your
Calm
ass.
down. You abusing your power, Vince.
You wilding out here. You wilding out here.
That's another spit. Now that it's on the subject, I'm getting out the way. Him too. I'm tired of him showing up too. Get that big head ass boy off my TV.
I got the same thing. Not just him. The fact that we supposed to be building Wesley up and he taking losses to JD McGoddamn your head big as hell. I don't want to see that.
All right, TC, spit or swallow.
It's me again?
Or I'm sorry, Reek.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I'll go again.
I'm going to swallow Miko and Roxanne. I keep forgetting this kid is like 20 years old, and she in there with somebody who's been wrestling since the 90s, and she didn't look out of place at all. And I don't know how long like Miko's gonna be over here working NXT. I guess like they're just gonna integrate them in, but that's real solid. Like I know, the succession plan for Mandy eventually dropping the belt was supposed to be like Cora at one point in time, but if that's getting shifted over to Roxanne, like this is a good way to start doing that up, building her catalog, because that was a damn good match. That was really the main one I was in tune with throughout the most of the night. But yeah, I'm with that. That's the end of Swallow for me.
That was a damn good match. They're still playing up the Cora and Roxanne beef. Cora attacking her after the match. Mako getting in there and being like, "Hey, what's that?" And Mako being there and being kind of like, that veteran that they tried to make Natty be, where you kind of got to go through her, test her, because Mako still got the win. Like, I'm good with that. They said it, not me. Reek, don't make that face at me. You can make that face at me here in a second, because
the locker room leader.
My Swallow, I'm going to skip to NXT since we're on it, is Cameron Grimes getting that ass whooped for being disrespectful to the Don of NXT, baby.
I'm with you on that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, right, that's a grown man that sat up there at that table. He could have just politely declined the offer and walked away. He want to start throwing hot beverages on people and thinking he wasn't going to get stolen. We just had this conversation. If you a grown man, you do some shit, you better get ready to take grown man consequences. So I'm with you on that. He got it. Tony handled his business, so did his mans. I ain't mad at you. You got no argument for me today.
That's what you get for being disrespectful to the Don of NXT. My Don of NXT.
Did they try to get him to join the family?
Yeah.
What the fuck is so special about Cameron Grimes that everybody is trying to pull him in different directions?
Bruh.
Maybe he still got all that money. Maybe they're looking for some financial backing. He
all right, I'll
did
take
do
that.
some shit.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah,
that works for me. That works for me. For sure. We need you for funding. We need you to be an investor, a silent investor. Sit over there and shut the fuck up. Give me your debit card. I like that. I really do.
All right, Graham, spit or swallow.
Oh, it's on me. It's on me. Okay. Let's see. So swallow is the good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, cool. So I'm fucking with Daniel Garcia as the pure ROH champion, more so because we got West Side Gun performing live and direct in front of all of them white people on TBS, talking about tell Virgil right brick on my brick. I said, nigga, what is happening right now? This shit is hard as fuck.
Gates and West Side Gun in like a month span. Like them niggas don't know nothing about either one of them.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
They might know Action Bronson. I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah, Action Bronson, and then come on, bro. Like they did Action Bronson and then West Side. You feel me? 3 days later, they gave him his whole little lower third that he been looking for. I mean, they gave him one on NXT too. I know all y'all people out there that's excited about this. Let's not act like they didn't give him no love at NXT. They did that, especially after this side was trying to play the man. You feel me? But I thought that shit was fire. That shit was big. That shit was big for Griselda. That shit was big for Westside, especially with the fourth rope movement, having the whole. I think he said he bought out the first and half.
He
the
needs
second
some more
rope.
niggas in there.
Oh, in the fourth
I
row
don't
is
see enough niggas in that, man. You be talking about for the culture, but then you be posting all these white wrestlers. Come on, son. There's some niggas in there, man.
TC, Reek, you guys have pretty much seen my entire music catalog. You know where I lie and what I listen to. I will say none of it is new, and I'm one of those white folks that had no idea who West Side Gun was, but I did enjoy the performance when I heard it. I am, again, familiar with Action Bronson because he is pretty much my twin at this point now that he lost some weight, so it is what it is. That match, they killed it. Like, Wheeler, Garcia, it was a damn good main event. Brian coming out, putting the belt on him, continuing that story with Jericho, trying to figure out where that's going to go. Jericho being pissed off in the back. I enjoyed the whole thing. I'm with you on that.
I like the fact that the BBC, BCC, the Blackpool Murder Squad. That's what I call these niggas. You feel me? That's all y'all get with me playing along.
See how easy that is to mess up.
You feel me?
The easy it is to mess up. Y'all trying to get me when I mess it up. It happens.
The Blackpool Murder Squad. I like how they all get chippy with each other. Let you know, like, hey, nigga, don't get it fucked up. Like, I could bust your ass too. You feel me? Like when Brian came down to the ring, I'm gonna be the first person to congratulate this kid. I'm his hero. He walked in the ring. This nigga Wheeler Yuta said, "Back your ass up, nigga. Hold on. I was the champion. I lost the match. Let me shake this nigga hand, and you can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do with the sword fight that y'all niggas is finna have."
I love how Brian tried to act like he don't know protocol. Like Ring of Honor said, like, yo,
right, nigga, you the fucking OG of Ring of Honor. What's going on? What's good?
That shit right
there.
Shit
together, bro.
You like back up? Hold on, bro. Relax. Relax.
That's the effect of sports entertainment. It makes you forget.
There you go.
I guess so.
That's the fact that he forget everything anyway.
Yeah,
my CTE acting up.
He losing recipes.
All right, TC, spit or swallow.
I got a 2-for-1. I got a swallow and a spit. So I'm gonna swallow Solo Sikoa debuting, but I'm gonna spit the fact that he don't got no VC yet, so he ain't had no swag. He debuted in just the black hoodie and the black shorts. So I'm gonna have to get this man a bloodline shirt or something. Sami Zayn got a bloodline shirt, at least. It's the same shirt he been wearing for months.
Facts.
But he still got the same shirt. You know what I mean?
Like 3 shirts ago.
True. It's a shirt nonetheless. This man came out in a black hoodie, black shorts. Shorts was ripped up. You look dusty. Come on, son. Roman Reigns cousin.
Your hair's uneven.
You got the same fit he was wearing over in Wales that you just brought over the whole week later.
My man, hold on, because I'm with you. My man's had on a short sleeve hoodie and a long
that whole fit,
shirt.
$19 at Target.
What are you doing with a hooded vest on, my brother? What are you doing?
Not when you've had 5 days to come back over and just work some shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, everybody in your family got money. You couldn't have just hook me up before my main roster check come through.
Roman owe you one. He could have took you in. He could have took you into the wardrobe and got you something. You done saved this man's title.
He took him to get some
Daddy
new shorts.
Rikishi. You could have got a Rikishi ass shirt. Remember the Rikishi ass shirts back in the day? Y'all remember that?
Oh my god!
Could have gave you one of them.
I do.
While I enjoy this,
you could.
I need to address the comment on the screen from our unofficial official co-host.
Did she comment that again?
No. She did, and then Vince thought he had something better to say, and I disagreed, so I went back to it. Are you talking about the doctor who's chugging his drink right now vigorously? Is that what we're talking about here? Or I need answers, in general? Katie. Just in general? Anyway,
she said ratio.
Y'all wild.
CDC better.
Y'all wild as fuck. I gotta go back to Raw because I forgot to mention this one. This motherfucker swallows. This motherfucker KO running phase on site every week. It just gets better and better for me because
more of that.
I've been saying it. Like, this is the version of KO that I rock with the most, and it's like any segment, you don't even know where it's gonna be. He's just gonna pop up, talk his shit on the mic, which he does solid, and then just say, "Yo, we done talking at this point. Once I get in the ring, we ain't talking no more. We just running this fade right now. Like, let's do this."
What the hell?
Who is that?
Oh shit, Jizzle's here.
Oh, yo.
Damn, getting hacked.
I was confused as shit. Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm just getting in there saying like, yo, you gotta talk his shit and just put on a banger match. Like, he had the joint with Drew, that was fire. He had the joint with I think it was Gable. It was Gable or Otis. Yeah, Gable. That was crazy. This joint with Austin Theory this week. Like, just keep giving me this. He's doing what Ciampa was doing like a couple weeks ago, but he's doing it better. So I'm with it.
Allow me, as the host of this show, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce the second third of the Public Enemies podcast. As I said before we started the show, I'm gonna call him CJ because I just feel like I shouldn't be calling him Hazel. CJ, what's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? Man, I got like 15 minutes, nigga. Man, because I gotta go work. You feel me?
All right. Well, we got you here. Spit or swallow.
Whoa.
Hey, you gotta let him know
guessing
what
Graham
that's
didn't
about.
tell you what was going on here. Spit or swallow is the
ask
format.
somebody that don't give him no context to it. Hold on.
Spit or swallow is
It's
the
a bunch of
format
black
of the
people
show.
in
That's
here,
what
bro.
we do. I ask
Right.
you either tell me something you liked or
this
didn't like
nigga's
in the week of
here.
wrestling.
I was like, wait a minute, man. First of all, man, I'm saying, I'm on the show. I've been here for 2 years, and
Man.
I had to catch him off guard.
yeah, man.
Man.
Shit.
Nigga, are you putting your shoes on, nigga? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, man. Gotta go to work, man. Gotta pay
So
this
like I
rent,
said,
man.
Spit or swallow is the format of the show. That's where we're at right now. So I'll say spit or swallow. You either tell me something you like or didn't like from the week in wrestling.
Oh, okay. Spit.
What you spit?
Yo, man, I'm spitting this fight that happened in AEW, man. AEW, we call that AEW Civil War. Super Smash AEW. I don't know, man. I'm CM Punk, the only person over there with fucking MMA skills, and he the one that fucking got to miss 8 months, nigga. Kidding me?
I'm in agreement with you on that. We'll see what happens.
Bobby Fish out here calling his card like he ain't no real MMA fighter. He said
Bobby Fish wants to pay.
he said, listen,
How did Bobby Fish
martial arts
age
for real?
20 years in like 3 days?
You stop putting that Beijing in
Just for men. His Just for Men subscription expired, bro. I'm
telling you, like, I don't know, something did, and it's all in the face.
Hey, that's how hair grow though, so like it's natural.
It's like Bobby Fish age like rapidly if he not wrestling. So like if he not in the ring, actually like you feel me, grappling and like running the ropes and shit, he for sure just start dying.
You just start dying away, like on some Kratos shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like if he wrestle, he just get like injured and like broken bones and shit like that. You feel me? But like if he don't wrestle, he just get old as fuck. That nigga old as shit, and he always
Bobby
hurt.
Fish was roommates with Joe Biden.
That's fucking hilarious.
Bobby
Fish. He bought his first car from George Washington. It was crazy.
Next time we see Bobby Fish on wrestling TV, his hair gonna be black as his t-shirt.
Hey,
I know that
2011 flow.
I know that Public Enemy's People's Champion Ben could not be here, but I do appreciate you making your Pornhub debut for the little bit of time you have and swinging on through. So thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
Oh man, appreciate you, man. Shout out to the hub. You know what I'm saying? Gave me hours upon hours of help. I'm saying over these years, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate. Yeah, man. Sometimes, man, you don't want to call that 6. You know what I mean? Your ego's in the way. Like I'm not calling her. So you know what I mean. A lot of bad decisions not made because of that. So yeah, shout out to the hub always.
I'm gonna swallow Death Triangle winning the trios titles. They had to strip the titles off of the Young Bucks and Kenny, and of the 2 teams that they had go in because apparently one of the members of Dark Order got injured. I think it was Silver, as I call him, Tiny Hands. They could not do that. Plus, they put Hangman in the singles tournament. So, of the best friends, or as I call them, the average at best friends, and Death Triangle, I think they went the right way. Also, Andrade wanting 10 and not being not worried about consent whatsoever. I have no idea what that is about, but this man is not taking no for an answer at all.
He said, "I like you and I want you."
Use the easy way or the hard way.
I don't even know if this is a spit or a swallow. Just the fact that you let a man that got hands the size of like pebbles, you just let that man just push you like that. Like I got a problem with that. Like, that man got baby hands. Why you letting him push you around like that? You a grown ass man that just married Flair's daughter. Like, get your shit together, bro.
Listen, he has baby hands, but the rest of him behind that is short but substantial. So
it was built like Knuckles like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm saying, like,
His center of gravity can't be too strong. I feel like I could, and that nigga fall over.
No, they like Maurice Jones-Drew. You know what I'm saying?
Like a
hold the ball pen.
This nigga Maurice Jones-Drew.
Like, every time you get in there, you start moving hella fast and shit. Like, oh, like a little kid doing something.
That's a fact, though.
I think we're on Graham. Spit or swallow.
Man, I can I agree with you?
Yeah, you can agree
on the death triangle thing. I think that was an amazing move. Like that was probably your best bet. You feel me? As far as if you want to emulate the style of wrestling that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega do with bang, flash, this is happening, pow, woo, close call, oh my God, that was only 2. All of that shit, 17 times in a row. Put titles on Death Triangle. You get all that and more. And it's Hispanic Heritage Month next week. So you know what I'm saying? You get a 2-for-1 special with that. You feel me? You could pander and you're gonna get some solid ass matches out of it. You know what I'm saying? And what? Pac having 2 titles. He is now
Tupac.
the first big action. You know what I'm saying? Big action. He's now the first double. Well, actually, you know what? My bad. That was vacant. They're gonna try to officially give it to Pac, but it was vacant. My man's had 4 titles at one time. It was for 37 minutes, but he did the damn thing.
Vacant been having the best year out of anybody.
But 2-time AEW champ right there.
Big action.
That's what I got. Then he had the AEW title before
no, that shit
before
was interim,
they put it on Mox. Oh yeah, because they keep on doing this stupid shit.
Yeah. Vacant been beating the dog shit out of CM Punk this last year. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he keep whooping his ass like this, man. But you need to take his problems up with him instead of taking them up with the EVP. You feel me? You need to go see why Vacant keep whooping your ass like this.
Punk winning more fights against himself than he did in real life. That's the crazy shit.
Nigga tore his bicep. Nigga fucking swinging and missing. Nigga.
He said
that
everybody
nigga got
from the
tickled
elite
in the middle of a fight, bro. How you get tickled in the middle of a fight, bro?
Ain't no way.
How you let a nigga know?
How many people saw that shit? Like 200,000 people saw you get tickled and get your ass beat at the same time, bro.
That's a plan.
On that note, TC, spit or swallow.
Let me pull my notes back up, man. Bear with me. Somebody's Sports Center is loud. Imperium versus the Brawling Brutes. Loved it. This shit was like 4 segments.
Man, that was
big meaty men slapping meat, beating the shit out of each other for 40 minutes to start the show. Can't go wrong with that.
Hell yeah.
Oh no,
had to get more after Saturday. I had to get more of that in some form of fashion.
This entire bringing Vinci up, bringing back Imperium, making them a 3-man team, putting them up, basically bringing back Pete Dunne, but not calling him Pete Dunne. I was not feeling the Brawling Brutes at all until this feud with Imperium. They were not doing it for me. Ever since they got involved with Walter, Sheamus Walter, reverting Pete Dunne back to, or Butch back to looking like Pete Dunne and letting him do his shit, not running around like a dog off a leash. They killed that match. That was a hell of a way to open up SmackDown. They killed it at Clash of the Castle too. So I'm with that.
Yeah, that was match of the night, easily. Who's else?
Reek?
A lot of tag matches on this show. Was there any single matches on SmackDown?
Yeah, the main event.
We got a 6-man tag, a main. Oh yeah, we got a regular tag.
Yeah, pretty much.
8-man tag.
The women's like a 5-way. We got an 8-man.
Yeah.
So match. All show.
I got to spit, and this might be Matt's favorite part of the show. Riddle out here begging I can't do it, man. I can't do it. You're down too atrocious to be trying to be back for. And this man is going through the 5 stages of grief. You done lost your belts. You done lost your partner. You done got cooked in that promo UFC style. You got cooked in the match. That man stomped your head in from the second rope, and now you out here. This is it. This is it, bro. You up here backstage talking about I want another match. I want a rematch. Nah, bro. Stop begging. It's not a good look on you. You just take your L's on your scooter. The fact that this man showed up to, we talked about this after the show, talking about showing up to a blood feud with some Patrick Star fits on. You knew you was getting your ass beat. You knew what was gonna happen. So like double that down with you starting to beg now, talking about you want another shot at it. Nah, bro. Seth don't need to be wasting his time on this because I don't want to see him taking no losses to this bozo. Get him out of here. I'm sick of that.
You know I agree because over here it is hashtag Ritter over Riddle, and I don't fuck with Matt Riddle at all. Not my kind of white people, as I've said various times. Listen, you don't let a man come in and say your wife left you, took your kids, and they don't want to see your bitch ass and talk about I'm gonna fuck you up, then lose a fight and think you get a rematch. You had your chance, you fucked up, you're done. Put him in the 24/7 division where he belongs, where I've been saying he should have been from the get-go. Let him ride his little scooter around in the back, carry the title, talk about Burger King or whatever else he fucking does. Let him go do that. We don't need him anymore. I know TC wants the rematch at Extreme Rules, and that's cool, TC. Like, I get it. As long as Seth wins, yeah, cool. Let him smash Riddle again. I'll watch that.
Riddle wins this feud, but they had to give Seth a win here. Seth has been losing all fucking year, and they've been just throwing anything at him, and he's been knocking everything out of the park. I agree with you. That promo after the match was fucking trash. After they finished that, they should have said, how about we get 2 more and then we pick the best one? Because this shit sucks. Like, you can't, like you supposed to be the real UFC. You supposed to be bringing in all of your real life, you feel me, shit that you, the emotion that you would bring, you feel me? And you over here with the heavy pulling your hair and all of this shit, and it's not believable, my G.
The fact that he sat up there after Seth started cooking him, he talked about, where the fuck are you? Where are you? Where are you? Obviously, y'all, you can see where he's at from, like, you know, you're on the split screen. Just go look for him. If you was really about it, get up. What you still sitting there for? Like, if you was really trying to get the smoke that bad, you get up from the chair, you start busting down doors to see where he at. Like, you just gonna sit there fuming at the fucking screen until he leave, and now you just sitting there by yourself. Nah.
They're gonna beat the shit out of each other at Extreme Rules, though.
Bro, he been getting his ass whooped this whole way, man. How you call that man out, get whooped, nigga, get your match canceled, come back, then get whooped again, then get whooped the night after that, and then get your match and get whooped again.
Seth ran a relay down the SummerSlam ramp to whoop his ass. The man was winded by the time he got there and still beat your ass in there.
Charles Robinson style.
Bro,
and Katie, you are correct. There is no 24/7 division on TV, which is exactly where he belongs. You are now on the same page as me. Put him in that division. CJ, spit or swallow.
Yo, I got one more if I can go. No, let's go ahead and give a little swallows to God, this will sound weird. You know what I'm saying? This man. Do you talk about talking about Mello and Ricky O yet?
No, not yet.
Mello and Ricky O went out there with no backstory other than, hey nigga, you won't fight. All right, bro, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? If you won't, you feel me? We could do that. And they went out there and had, I call it a Dragon Ball Z style flying around. They did a double clothesline spot, but it was springboard from opposite sides of the ring, and then they both just laid there. And I was like, all right, blood, that's it. Yeah, you win. You win,
they killed it.
Ricky O.
And then they ran
my favorite match.
Trick on NXT with Ricochet. And I'm for all of the Carmelo Hayes, Ricochet. That may have stole the weekend for me. That opening match may have stolen the weekend for me. As great as Gunther and Sheamus was, that really got me hyped for the entire everything that was happening. I almost bought All Out. I was so hyped on wrestling after that. I didn't, but I almost did.
You never save my money, Tony.
I can't pay.
Sean almost ruined the rest of the show because I was not invested in nothing else after that. I really wasn't. Like, I had to keep it 100 because I knew the second they had booked it on NXT. Before that, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna kill it." So y'all got to put it at like the middle of the card. He was like, "Nah, fuck that. Just open up the show." Like, okay. I mean, I
ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't pay attention that closely. I paid attention close enough to talk about it.
Yeah, like
it wasn't gonna work for me, and because y'all know where we at on Mello. Like we can't stand my guy enough because like when he put the jerseys down and everything like that, like what can we?
That was fire. I saw that. That was fire.
What can you not give this dude? Like he gotta get. I said it on the show. If he ain't winning the Rumble in like 2023 or 2024, whenever he get called up, I don't want to see nothing else on TV. I really don't. Like that's the dude, man. You can't find a flaw in his game right now.
All right.
You got to bounce, CJ?
Man, I gotta head out, y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on, though. I wish I'd have been here.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming through. We'll have you back on again. This will not be the last time. We'll run something again.
Absolutely. Nice. This time, be on time. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, all right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
We're gonna run around a couple more times. We'll bang out a couple more things, and then we'll call it a night. Let me see what I got on this list. I'm gonna swallow Toxic Attraction just as a whole and everything they've been doing. Outside of the fact that they put Gigi Dolan, or as I call her, Jiggly Dolan now, on Fox and decided to cover all of that up. I was not a fan of that, but they came up, even though they lost to Aaliyah and Raquel. They're on the main roster. They're doing their stuff. Mandy has now just moved into a whole nother stratosphere. She defeated Mako and Blair Davenport. That's her name. I don't know who is going to beat her when. She is the thumbnail for this episode. She is doing the Shawn Michaels pose outside with the belts. She has that long reign coming. Everything Toxic Attraction. I am swallowing. They are killing it. I love it.
I gotta agree.
Coming up, man.
Yeah, man.
I gotta agree. I don't know if they're officially coming up. I do know that they did mention like, "Yo, this was the match that we were supposed to have like 3 weeks ago." So they're like, "Okay, cool." They want to honor that. But if this is like a soft call up, and they can kind of play the field on both sides of it for a minute, I think this would be good because they need more. They need more teams in the tag division.
Mm-hmm.
Real teams.
Yep. There we go.
Real teams for sure.
Emphasize.
Mm-hmm. Big action.
All right, Graham, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna go with Sasha and Naomi at Fashion Week.
Ooh.
I think that's a good look because I think everybody can pretty much tell at this point like they're gonna end up coming back, right? You know what I'm saying? They put them back on the active roster page or whatever, you feel me, a couple of weeks ago, but then also like just seeing them and they're like starting to like slowly pick the circle back up. Like, okay, now we hanging out with Bailey. All right, cool. We're gonna go do this shit. But I'm always kicking it with Bailey. She gonna be around.
Nice.
Titus O'Neil. All right, we're going to a Yankee game. You feel me? Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But salute to them. They walk
everywhere, yo.
They walked at Fashion Week. I thought that was dope. I think they they just on some. Oh, we finna do this, and this. You feel me? And then we'll come back. And
exactly.
You gotta kind of give them that rope to do that because they disrespected the fuck out of them girls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
for
sure.
I ran that down when we was on with TC when it happened. I'm like,
Makazi can't fight.
Listen, he damn sure can't.
Makazi can't fight.
I don't know.
You got
that on screen for the rest of the show.
I don't know.
You got the sewing machine?
Nah, not yet.
Y'all think
Makazi can't fight, TC can't sew. That's where we're at. Listen, I'm with you on this. I dropped the pictures in the Discord and all that when I saw them come up, make sure nobody missed them. But there were a lot of people talking shit about Sasha and Naomi, saying, they left WWE. They're out here proving they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They are building their own worth outside of WWE, having a good time doing it and looking damn good doing it. So yes, swallow that all day.
Sasha was just on the cover of what was it? The Cannabis Tech magazine or whatever this week. I'm like, yo,
with Khaleesi,
they just out here fucking with it, man.
That's what make it good too, because now she's like, I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna make sure I remind y'all motherfuckers that I can go do what I do anywhere. It don't matter. Fashion Week, CBD joint, Hollywood TV, whatever. It's like, let me make sure y'all get a clear picture of this before y'all try this shit again. Cause like y'all did this in 2019. She got burnt out. Like I won out. They gave her the time off. Now we here again. It's like there's not gonna be a third time. So make sure y'all take this in now, cause we ain't revisiting this again.
It's like a lot of the powers that be of the old regime. It's like them niggas, like y'all niggas don't like money. Like I don't understand why the fuck like y'all like money, but it's like, ooh, not that kind of money. You feel me? Like why did they not promote the Mandalorian? Like, are you dumb? Like,
I don't think Disney paid them to promote the Mandalorian.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? This is Sasha Banks. She's on the Mandalorian.
If Disney is Disney and Disney got Disney money, y'all gonna pay me to promote y'all shows on my shit.
These are very good questions. Why did they not promote the Mandalorian? Why did Fredo Heyman not come through with the Mandalorian podcast? We need answers.
We do. We need
Fredo
answers.
Yates.
Yes, Fredo Yates. That's what I meant.
Oh man.
See, I said Heyman and it flew over your head, but I was talking about you, sir.
I was gonna let it be because I'm like, what?
You promised me a Mandalorian, you promised me an Obi-Wan, and so far, like, where we at?
I got you, bro.
We don't know got an NFL preview.
Microphone right there, bro.
Hey man.
Your setup, you sitting in front of the setup right there. You feel me? You look like you're comfortable.
Like 3 years out on a DBZ podcast.
Listen, bro. We all was having that discussion
that
about it. Like,
just on time,
and now here you go. We was just having a discussion the other day. I'm like, listen, let me know a date.
That was 2 weeks ago. We're doing it on your show. You let us know a date. You tell us when you want to do it. That's how it works. This is your show, sir. Anyway, we are going to move on. Well, I have you, Fredo. Spit or swallow.
What I got left here? Oh, this was almost a spit, but I flipped it to a swallow after NXT. Doudrop and Nikki just doing the gauntlet for the whole weekend. They went to NXT to Worlds Collide, had the tag title match. Then Monday, I was gonna spit it because Doudrop just living and get slammed by people like half her size. Like Bianca had her ass in the blender all last year, and Raquel is beating her ass on Monday. But then she came back with the win on Tuesday. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna flip it, y'all, because y'all been busting y'all ass this weekend. So I gotta get that to him.
I'm like half her size. I could, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
I'm nowhere near half her size, but I
do drop that dun. You feel me? Do drop that. Go ahead. Right here. Today.
Pipe that, Niven.
Right.
TC spit or swallow.
Yeah.
What I got here, man. My bad. Bear with me. Oh yeah. Damon Kemp, bro. Get that out of here. Like I was fucking with the term, and then I heard this man talk. Now I'm not fucking with it. So either don't make him talk ever again.
So, I skipped his promo. I don't even know what he said.
I mean, he was talking that cash shit. It did not sound convincing or intimidating at all.
It was just the words.
He was just like,
he wanted them soft-spoken brothers.
I came to Diamond Mine, and then they didn't respect me, and they didn't listen to me, and then I was like, I'm gonna fuck them up from the inside because they weren't treating me right. So yeah, now look, I destroyed them, and they don't have titles anymore, and Roddy's in the hospital, and that's what they get. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Like,
and he had this little evil smirk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he was talking some cash shit, but it just wasn't convincing. Like, it's certain type of brothers, and he's showing himself to be a Russell Wilson type brother, and it just didn't. It didn't.
no.
It didn't.
Hold
hit.
on.
Can't
Broncos
have that.
country. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride. Let's ride.
He gonna start saying that shit at every interview like he do with the Seahawks. That's gonna piss me off.
He should.
Hey, he know his consumer base. He's smart.
I'm gonna swallow what I consider the two highlights of Rampage tonight in Samoa Joe and Miro. While I don't really give a shit about Sterling's boys, the bench warmers coming out and challenging, having Samoa Joe back on TV after finishing Twisted Metal, putting out open challenges, saying he's bringing violence back and going to give me a reason to watch Rampage again, because outside of maybe last week, it's been ass recently. Yeah, no, I'm with that. And Miro just being Miro, like, fuck, Alistair's gone, so the devil left before I got my hands on him. God, why are you betraying me? Belt me.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that whole thing. That Miro promo was fucking fire.
Miro versus God has been the best feud of the last like almost 2 years. And we like it's probably never gonna be no conclusion to it, but I just love it.
No, this dude got down in the middle of a match and prayed.
Right.
I was crying, bro.
That's fire. That's
I also
fire.
love how he refers to Lana as my hot wife. He's like, you took away my title and you won't let me see my hot wife. Like, I love it. He almost feels a little bit like when the Iron Sheik does the fuck Hulk Hogan thing every time he brings up Lana. I pop every time. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
that's funny.
Whoever's running his page is making good money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So me, let me see. Damn, I feel like I just had one. It was a little nugget that I saw they dropped after SmackDown. Those little digital exclusives, the little, this is what you didn't see. It was backstage and we couldn't fit this on the program. So LA Knight, Max Dupree is back there with the Maximum Male models and Maxine. And they're like, Maxine's getting on him about, we can't have this. Da, 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 da. He's like, oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. I've been here before. Because you got to go through the day to get through the night. And then he just walks off. So I'm like, little slow burn. Triple H fixing the shit that niggas is just knocking over for no reason. Like, he's like, all right, cool. Let's pick this back up. Let's make this nice and clean it off real quick. You feel me? And put it back out there. You feel me? So it's like, okay, I'm assuming that somewhere down the line we're gonna get this split of, you feel me, the money making. You feel me, them niggas, and then
because that need to happen. Because I don't care what nobody say. LA Knight was getting the loudest pops on the show when he was on there.
On the NXT shit, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He was going crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know what they're doing with the Street Profits though, because like I was not feeling the hit. Like I enjoy Hit Row and Street Profits together, but I was not feeling this feud with Maximum Male Models and Los Lotharios over, a spray painted bus and all that. And then you got the Street Profits coming out in the main event and attacking the Usos because it's a 4-on-1 on Drew. You got Karrion Kross showing up, and then all of a sudden we went back to the fucking 40s and my TV was in black and white and I was very confused as to what was going on. I need to, while I enjoy you building up your tag division, I need a little bit of structure because there was a lot going on there with, we did this, we beat them, we're going to rebuild them, but now we're over here doing this shit with the Usos again. We haven't talked to or fucked with them since they beat us the last time. And I don't know why they gave a fuck about Drew McIntyre showed up. I've explained this. There is the curse of Riddle, and they are suffering from it. That is why they could not beat the Usos. When you align yourself with this man, bad things happen. There is not a single person that is listen. There is not a single person on either the NXT or WWE roster who has said, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck with Matt Riddle," that did not have some bad shit happen to them. MSK gone.
What happened to Pete Dunne?
Thatcher gone.
Butch.
Butch is Butch. Randy Orton broke back.
Fire. What y'all talking about?
Now, the thing with Street Profits for me is like I get nervous when we start throwing multiple black talent together because it's like I don't know why they just had this thing about it's like, okay, this one's over and this one's over. Let's just put them all together. Like
that's that shit that Tony Khan be doing. I don't like it.
There's only so many times that works. For example, Hurt Business. Like there's only so many times where you get that. That don't mean you just keep throwing them all together. Like Street Profits are a good team. They do that shit. Hit Row is a good faction, stable, whatever. Let them do this shit. We don't have to keep them all together. And it's like we were just at a point where we was getting ready to tease that Montez was going to turn, and now it's like we just fuck it. We just hitting the U-turn and going back the other way. I don't know what we're doing here, but I said this a couple weeks ago that promo they had backstage where they talk about, oh, I noticed something about all of us. Like that was telling to me because they doing this with the hands. Like y'all not low. I saw that. So what is it you trying to tell me watching? And now we just continuing this week after week. Like don't go down. That's Vince. That's Vince shit. We're not doing Vince shit no more.
And Vince stopped doing that shit years ago. It's like we getting back to the basics.
Yeah, man.
Like that's even Vince, it took Vince being 70 years old to be like, oh god damn it, I'm gonna stop doing this. And now Triple want to put all the black people in one segment.
I mean, we saw how we did Booker T at WrestleMania. We know what's up.
Hey.
Triple H, like, you ever seen South Central?
Oh man.
All right. We're gonna do our last go round here.
All his shots.
My last swallow, I'm going to go Bryan Danielson getting that win over Hangman Adam Page, moving on to the tournament, because if we're going to crown a new AEW champion, I'm hoping for Mox versus Bryan Danielson, because there's no one else outside of Hangman in that tournament I really gave a shit about, and obviously they got other plans for Hangman. Who knows with what the fuck's going on with the Elite and all that bullshit. So give me Mox versus BD. Let that Blackpool Combat Club issues and them having their little proteges and all that happen. Let's play that story out for the title. And the match was great.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. With that.
TC, spit or swallow.
It's the last one.
Yep.
I'll save this for last because I know it's probably shocking to those of y'all who know me and know Young Kings Wrestling and know how we operate. You know what? I'm going to give some kudos to Mr. Anthony Khan. Man, listen. He for the first time ever, you made the right decision, and that was vacating your titles and suspending folks, and actually not, sitting by. You suspended everybody involved, and that was the right thing to do. And you know what? You're not supposed to congratulate a shark for swimming, but you know what? Tony Khan is mentally a child, so I'm going to have to give him that positive reinforcement that you get when a child does something good and does something they're supposed to do, especially when it's, for the first time. So there we go.
I'm with you on that.
Salute to TK.
Reek, what you got?
Yeah. No doubt. I got a little mini spit and swallow. Swallow is that Natty was the first eliminated from this match tonight. Because I almost spit the fact that she was in the match to begin with. Because I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing her on my screen week in and week out for no reason whatsoever. That's annoying.
It's a reason. It is a reason, bro. We'd have been over this.
He's not. But listen, bro, he's not there no more. He's gone.
Obligations still need to be met.
He's still the majority shareholder. She can shut this whole shit down if she wants to. So until he sells those shares off, you gonna see her on your TV.
No, Graham, it's not what you're thinking.
If you're telling me she got like tapes on everybody plus him, then maybe. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, he got a whole the theory about why Natty keep getting TV time.
And things be thanging.
I'm off that. Listen, that's great. Just do that somewhere where you're not wrestling. I don't want to see you wrestling. I don't. But
she's the ace.
She's the locker room leader. Nah. She's never sued anybody, and for some reason, she was eating a muffin.
So
that might have been the funniest shit.
I think what Reek is trying to get to is Ronda rolling through 4 women fairly effortlessly, and then also trying to bring the dog back out in Shayna Baszler. Like, when you're ready, come talk to me. We can go.
That's fire.
Yeah. The more important one, the spit side of it, I don't think we capitalized on, or at least properly presented Liv as a face to this point, because she's sitting back there watching this whole thing, and all I'm thinking is like, she looked like a heel right now.
Toxic attraction.
Like, she's
that
sitting up there, she laughing, she watching, like, I'm getting heel vibes out of this. And then, like, you spent all of last year going into this year trying to make her the sympathetic baby face. I'm not feeling it. What's up?
Shayna was unbothered in that armbar.
Chat on the screen, bro.
At Clash, the commentators mentioned Liv trained with Riddle to prepare for her match with Shayna. It's the curse. I try to tell you.
Well, look, you right.
Can't fight.
You got it. You got it. And at the end of the day, I said on when we did the grades, stuff like that, she got trained in exactly how to counter it, and she still got hit with the move. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. But nah, I wasn't. I think she'd make a great heel, but I don't think that's what we were going for. So if that's the case, then just scrap it, go another direction. But that's
I'm with you on that. We'll see what happens. She's probably gonna lose.
Liv tweeted something after SmackDown. She said, "Oh, great! I get a match with Ronda. She usually quits after 2 losses, so let's see what happens." I was like, "Oh, okay. I see what you did there. That's funny, interesting, but you ain't like that though."
Right.
Ronda beat your ass right now until you tweet it again. Go ahead, try it. You ain't got no fucking fingers. She gonna Pete Dunner right there. Bam, 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 bam. Go ahead. Here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just driving these little heel mannerisms in here, and I'm like, I thought we were trying to make her, that go to Daniel Bryan route, just like let her get beat up enough that everyone get behind her. Like, I ain't trying to get behind that face wise. Like, nah, man. But I'm still mad about Shayna losing to begin with. So I already see Liv as a heel, regardless.
All right, I'm cutting you off because I don't have 15 minutes for you to bitch about Shayna Baszler.
Nah, listen, I got my rant out. I
know how you do. I know how you do.
I'm good.
Graham, last one's on you. Spit or swallow.
Oh man, see, all right, bam. I'm gonna give it to this piece that I saw yesterday. It was the SEC did a little like a cover story on Lash Legend and Bianca Belair. It was like a little 10-minute video, like basically detailing their journey from being collegiate athletes to the points that they are now. And I just thought that the journey that they showed for these 2 women coming from like basketball and coming from running track for like Texas A&M, Tennessee, and all that shit, you feel me? And then coming into being dropped into this whole new world where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. That looks cool. I've seen that before. I'll give it a shot. And you see where Bianca's at like 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like just signing with WME. You know what I'm saying? She got big things popping as well. Like Sasha's not the only one that's out here remixing shit and turning up. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really dope. And it also showed like how Lash, when she got drafted by the WNBA, and how that kind of, you know what I'm saying, fell apart. And it was like, okay, cool. Well, I might be able to get a little tryout, you know what I'm saying, and see if I could do something, you know what I'm saying? And Matt Bloom was on there, young A-Train doing his thing, Prince Albert, Tenside. That nigga got hella names, yo. Hella names. But he was on there just giving them hella love and hella praise, and just you see like the training and all the shit, you feel me, and the come up. And I thought it was really dope. And not only is it dope to show how they've grown in this space, and kind of like the difference between Lash pretty much kind of following in Bianca's footsteps or whatever, but also like you look at the NIL deals that they're putting together and all of that, and it's like, okay, this is a little tip of the hat to that, you feel me? Because it's like, okay, if you in the SEC or the Big Ten or whatever the fuck, you feel me, and you see like, okay, if you don't necessarily see a path for you, but you see this type of shit, and it's like, oh, okay, well, if they could do it, I might want to slide in and do some shit too. So it's like basically like a fucking long ass fucking commercial. You feel me? But the shit was hard. So I give it to that. That was dope.
Yeah, man. Bianca is like done took this game over inside of less than 5 years, and it's not. It feel like it just got started because she really she got that jump onto the main roster in 2020, and like that was mid through PC wrestling pretty much. So it's been like a year and a half that we've fully gotten to see her on this stage, and it's like it's been one after another after another. Like this only her second Mania that she just had. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we at now. Like by this time next year, like she might not even be needing to do this shit no more. It's like how long you said it was, TC? We got 2 years? 2 years?
I give it 3.
Pretty much. That makes sense. But yeah, no, like this is something special. Like I don't think people fully grasp it just yet, but we'll give it a minute.
And I'm gonna have to check that out because that sounds dope as shit, Graham.
Yeah, I saw it. It is really good.
Graham, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
My favorite show that I watched this week was is the weekend shows a part of this
You
week?
can use the weekend shows. You can do it because they happened after we did our last episode.
I won't do that then. But shit, I guess I gotta give it to Raw because I didn't really give a fuck about the shit that happened on Dynamite. I didn't watch NXT, but I did watch Raw. So I got the pleasant return of Braun Strowman. That was woohoo. So I'll give it to Raw.
I guess I'll probably go with Raw too. Like they've the show that's really starting to get it better since Triple H took over. Like it's really been hitting, and of course they have most of their major stars on that show. SmackDown's got Roman and a few other people. Like yeah, they really have it all together. But I mean, with 3 hours, you kind of got to figure some shit out because they used to be the ass show.
If I can add to that, actually, they finally gave Damage Control the Damage Control shit. You feel me? Because I'm like, oh, they filed the copyrights, and everybody's like, oh, okay, they're called Damage Control, or they're called Control, or whatever. They keep saying it in their promos, but I'm like, yeah, they're not being announced as that. They don't have a Titantron. They don't have a fucking nameplate. None of that shit. So, but I thought that was dope. Yeah. They finally got that, and salute to them because they've been killing it. Put the titles on them, please. Triple H, stop.
Hell yes. There used to be a time I just tuned out Raw. I don't do that anymore. So
I feel
that tells you something.
TC, favorite show?
No, I'm with everybody too. The last like 3-4 weeks of Raw maybe have just been like. Usually with Raw is just background noise, but like now shit be going on in the background of Raw. You kind of have to pay attention. So
yeah,
I've been paying attention a lot more lately to this show versus because SmackDown used to be my favorite show, but I think Raw's starting to maybe take that over. Like I look forward to Monday nights now.
Like
I still look forward to Sheamus. Hey, listen. Kevin Owens in theory was the shit. Like Edge's promo, even Ray, him being a terrible father, he can still wrestle his ass off. Him and Priest had a little thing, but it was going crazy. The cage match, the Dexter Loomis reveal was probably one of my favorite things on the entire show in the last month because that zoom in was just perfect. Yeah, that made the whole show for me low key. I ain't gonna lie.
That was almost a thumbnail until Mandy dropped that picture, and then it was a very easy choice after that. I'm rocking with you guys. Raw. Riddle begging like a bitch for a match that he don't deserve, and Dexter Loomis. That's all I really needed. So for me, it's Raw.
So you agree? You like seeing Matt Riddle on your screen?
No, him begging like a bitch was a positive for Raw. If he wasn't on, I would be saying Matt Riddle didn't even show up after he got his ass beat, and that would be the positive. But he was there begging like a bitch. Graham.
Either way.
Go ahead, plug Public Enemies, your show, everything you guys got going on.
Yeah. Public Enemies, PE3, you feel me? At the Enemies PE3 on Twitter, on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Find it all over. Go ahead and check that out. Every Wednesday, live and direct on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It's great, like, oh, bam, the link right there. You feel me? So yeah, that's our shit. You feel me? Me, Jizzle, and Ben going Yankee. We have a Patreon coming in about a month or so. Just finalizing some shit. We doing this shit like, okay, let's get a couple videos in the can first, and then we can roll those out and start going with the schedule. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Patreon coming soon. Salute to you feel me, Jizzle and Ben. They couldn't be here, of course. Well, Jizzle popped in for a minute, but you know what I'm saying. It's been a pleasure. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it again though. Let's do it again. Let's get something going. This type of shit is like Patreon type content for me. You feel me? Like us kind of taking it there in that this kind of realm. But you know, we should definitely kick it some more for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Reek, would you like to go next? Fredo, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna let TC plug Young Kings Wrestling. But me at ReekHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter, and y'all can check out the Havoc Hour. We'll talk sports and entertainment, all platforms. Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, video versions up on YouTube. Had all my guys on there. We talk movies, talk sports, everything like that. So bunch of content up there y'all can go check out right now.
TC.
And I'm the Thespian TC Fontaine. You can check out Young Kings Wrestling at YKWrestling.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, wherever at YK Wrestling. We back on Instagram too. If y'all remember, we got lynched on Black History Month a year ago. Almost 2 years now, but we back.
Instagram
and we got some more content coming. You know, me and Reek been talking about some content ideas, trying to get that YouTube cracking. So if you go to YKWrestling.com, it's a link to the YouTube right there. Subscribe. We need subscribers, because if we get subscribers and we get, you know, we got to hit these limits on YouTube, because you got to hit certain limits on followers to unlock certain features. And I think we unlock them features, we good. And then one other thing, I don't like how hype y'all was for Ty Dillinger in the 2017 Royal Rumble. Like, I had no idea who that man was. I was wondering why y'all was so hyped. To this day, y'all still don't know why.
Trash.
I'm watching it right now. That's the only reason that came to mind. But
trash.
That's a fact.
And as always, you guys can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ridders, at MATTRIDDER. Also, Smackin' Raw Pod on Twitter. That's the backup account. Creation World is the banner under which the Smackin' Raw podcast exists. You can find them at creationworld.com, facebook.com/Creation World, Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. Also, we got a Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Smackin' Raw. So everything Smackin' Raw you want, you can find there, as well as the link trees that Vince is so kindly putting up on the screen as I talk. I want to thank everyone in the chat, Kyle, Jesus, Noob, Katie, Vince for running 3 accounts, Bakley, Ken, everyone that joined us tonight. Thank you all. Graham, thank you for coming through and blessing us with your presence. TC, Reek, you guys know you guys are my guys. Always welcome. Again, we'll have you guys back, especially when Ben's feeling better. We can get everyone in here, hopefully.
Yeah, have you ever seen South Central?
For Young Kings Wrestling, the Public Enemies podcast, I am the Warden, Matt Ritter, the patron saint of podcasting, and this has been the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin' Raw podcast.
Oh, we do the ones.